Hey, welcome back to Second Run Gaming. I'm Austin and we're here with Massive Chalice. We're about to head into a battle. This territory up here has 2 marks of the cadence, so we're going to see if we can't keep it at bay. Because if we can't, we're going to lose it for good. We still have Lelouch, our valiant Foxfyre, big head. I want a relic really bad for him, and the longer that he stays alive, the less time we have to level up that relic in the future. So fingers crossed he doesn't hang out like Leanne did in our previous Vanguard, who made it all the way to 82. Either way though, he's still with us. We're going to try and probably offload a couple more kills onto him just to guarantee he's got a relic. We've got 2 more Zelikars to bring in. They've already been picked because we had to pass on our relics. So Sraydoc has the idol, and Nike has the last friend. They join Iania, who's been there for a little while, and Sionan along with Lelouch. Digging this Vanguard, digging these relics that we have. We're fighting some Twitchers and some Lapses, which I feel decent about. We're fighting some Bulwarks, which I feel scared about. Fingers crossed we can pull it out unscathed. Let's do it.
Onward!
We don't want to keep the cadence waiting.
Oh, yikes. This is immediately terrible. It spawned us in the middle because they love us so very much. These guys are far away. If we can get just over here fast enough, we might not aggro them. So I'm just going to have our people bull rush over to these 3 since we know that they're here. Sionan thankfully has a free throw as an ability. She's got 100% shot and she does a shit ton of damage. And just like that, our Twitcher's gone. Our Bulwark is down to 4 health. That's pretty nice. Sionan may use another flask, but it's also possible that we're just going to have Sionan use a normal attack, because why not? Move Lelouch up here. And just to double check, yeah, I'm going to have Lelouch try and take out this Lapse on their own. Nice. And again, that's just moving forward with the idea of, we're pretty sure that Lelouch has a relic, but since we've ran issues before, I don't want to fuck up and not actually have that. I'm gonna have Nike come up here, just do a knockback since this Bulwark does have some health. And unfortunately did reveal another Bulwark we're gonna have to deal with. But that actually, you know, I mean, it is what it is. There's not much we can do. I'm gonna move Sionan up since that Bulwark is already there. Sraydoc, I'm gonna have come up as well, but in stealth. And Iania will do the same also. Miss. Nice. I love it when they miss. I love it. Okay. So I'm curious here how much damage we can really do. I'm gonna have Sionan run up here. There's another Bulwark back there. Yes, we're really gonna have to just move quickly on this. Sionan can do a 50 minimum on this, so I think she can just take this Bulwark out in 1 hit. Awesome. That's amazing. Sionan's probably gonna use all of her flasks just to take out those Bulwarks, and then we'll have everybody else just kind of bring up the rear, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna move Lelouch up. We're gonna have Lelouch just try and get this guy for 1 hit. Nice. Just keep racking up that XP for him. And then with our Caberjacks that are not yet revealed, I kind of want to keep them in stealth. We can actually stealth Nike as well. There's 2 up there. So we have to stealth them, but we also gotta focus on getting them up far enough to where they can help us out, because Sionan, you know, definitely can do you know, as much damage as they can. but it really depends on how many bulwarks appear, you know. If we have the Foxfyre, we can maybe take out 2, but that's a tall order when we only got 3 flasks left to begin with. Thankfully, they don't really know that we're there, so that's helpful. I'm gonna have Siona move up. The downside to that is she's just far enough away to where I don't fully trust the 79. I'll risk it for the 91 though. Oh yeah. Dang, we can one-shot bulwarks. Advanced ones at that, it looks like, as well. That's pretty great. This might be a risk moving Nike up here because we might aggro something else, but I'm gonna try it. Glancing blow, which is tough. But at least we know that we can kind of hopefully focus on this bulwark just alone. I'm going to keep our other units stealth just so this bulwark doesn't combo, because we've run into that issue in the past where they'll just combo off each other. It looks like, honestly, Sionan is lined up, sadly, with Sraydoc, so that may just happen anyway. But at least our other 3 Vanguard members are safe. Dang, he missed. It looked like he hit. It really did. That's surprising to me, but hey, I'll take it. Looks like everybody else can do some damage. Not an insane amount, but I'm gonna have Nike, hopefully, yeah, do most of it. And that works because then we can have Ionia come up here just with the knockback and hopefully stun him. And then this next turn, we can probably just have Lelouch shoot him down. Gonna move Sionan up. Oh, okay. We can definitely see if there's enemies over there now. So I'm gonna move Sionan right here. And maybe actually one back. Just because it seems like they're within sight range, so they will get noticed. And again, just want to keep as much of the Vanguard hidden as possible until we need to use them, you know? But they might not see us yet. Oh no, they do. They definitely do. Boom. That glancing, that rebound, that was good. Okay, cool. This isn't ideal, especially for Ionia, but we can make it work. We can definitely make it work. Alright. Lelouch has a good shot at this bulwark. And we'll take it just from where we are. Nice.
That wasn't fun.
That definitely helps just kind of simplify things a little bit. Sionan could use their flask, but I don't really want to on a Twitcher since we know that it pretty much just one-shots bulwarks. So we're gonna have our Caberjacks focus on this Twitcher instead. Nice. And then I'm gonna have Sionan just kind of make a beeline up here since these bulwarks, there's 2 of them, and that's a problem. They will get a chance to attack, but that's something I can live with. I'm going to move Ionia back here just so she can't be comboed off of, hopefully. She's still got a good hit on that bulwark, too. Well, that worked out great. I was worried that Burst Bush was going to stun Sionan, but it didn't. And it only did 4 damage, so weirdly enough, that actually was significantly less damage than we would have taken if it was just a standard bulwark attack. Move Sionan up here now. Have her just use her free throw to take out this bulwark. All nice and tidy. Hell yeah. And then Ionia hopefully can just take this guy out here. Nice. We're doing really good so far. We've managed to take out a large amount of bulwarks, but easily. So that makes me feel confident in our team. And it just leaves Sionan there. I don't know what the Twitcher's gonna do. certainly don't know what 2 Twitchers are going to do. Probably teleport, but maybe just run up. Damn, they did almost nothing. I can live with that. Very easily. Can have Ionia just go for this guy. And hopefully Lelouch can get in range to finish him off. If we just move Lelouch right up here, that might be enough. Nice. Yeah, there's no way Lelouch doesn't have a relic now. That or the Foxfyres are just cursed for all of eternity. Gonna have Sionen come up here just because that's as close as we can get. And I don't know how many enemies are left, so I am gonna use this flask just to give us a clean slate. Okay, so there are some enemies perusing around still, so I'm gonna keep our stealth Caberjacks in stealth. Though Nike doesn't have really anywhere to stealth, so I'm just gonna move her up, and we'll see what kind of comes out of the woodwork. Okay, got one Twitcher over there, kind of hidden, which is hard to hit. It's probably going to mean it's going to be up to the Twitcher to kind of choose what to do and who to teleport. Because of that, I'm going to have Lelouch come up here but stay in stealth because I don't want Lelouch to get teleported. I have Sionan come around over here so they're close. And yeah, I'm just going to start having our units move over to get closer to these 2 Twitchers. That way if they do teleport one of our units, it's not devastating because we're kind of already en route. I'm gonna move Ionia up here just for the sake of being in stealth. It's kind of the opposite direction, but they can loop around those rocks. And I'm gonna have Sraydoc just stealth where they are still and stay there. We'll have Lelouch come up towards Sraydoc as well. So it's just, again, Sionen's the only one that's really vulnerable. But that's what happens when you don't got stealth. What can I say? Well, these Twitchers have done almost all the work for me at this point. And it's tempting to just hit him with a standard attack. It's tempting to do a knockback too. I'm gonna stealth Nike up here first, just to get a lay of what's up there. And then up here just a little bit more. And if we're being honest, I'm going to have Ionia do the same, but I'm not going to move Ionia closer because I'm a little bit worried about them getting revealed. That's just going to buy us a tiny bit more time. Have Sionan come up here as well. Unfortunately, we're kind of in a situation where Sraydoc and Lelouch can't stealth too far. Lelouch can at least come around in that direction. But Sraydoc really has nowhere to go. So we'll move Sraydoc up here unstealthed and see what that does. I mean, damn, so far so good. Well, Sionan can come up here and just immediately do a shot. She's out of flask, so why not? Nice. Let's see if Lelouch can't get into a situation where they can see anything. They really can't. So I'm just going to have Lelouch stealth up so that next turn they're kind of set up and ready. Sraydoc similarly can't do much except for move forward. We can have Nike come over here, hopefully get maybe a critical on this. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted. And that frees up Ionia to just hopefully finish this Twitcher off. Nice. Leveled up too. Blackheart. Awesome. Ionia's got a nickname. And our mission is over.
This battle will be studied for years to come.
After all that, I should hope so.
Thanks. So Stray Dog actually didn't get any kills that time. Nike did though, and Ionia got on the board as well. But it's still Siona and Lelouch kind of holding the fort, which works out because they're on their way out of the Vanguard. Ionia can get sneak attack now, and she has a nickname of Blackheart, which is awesome. Building a legacy for herself. We're good. That was great. Just over 10 minutes to finish it up. An insane amount of bulwarks that we took out, and we took them out like champs. So with that, we took down one mark of the cadence, but we did get attacked by two things. So it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marks now. So it is increasing. It's going to get to a point pretty soon where I definitely wouldn't be surprised if we lost another region. I'm really going to try and keep this marsh in check just because I don't like the idea of the cadence having a direct line to the actual capital. I don't know if that really does anything gameplay wise, but I also don't really want to find out.
A ruler's work is never done.
We wouldn't bring it up if it wasn't important.
Complications. Oof. A doctor prods you awake. Excuse me, a regency of yours, Alice, Castellan, and Obsidian Zelkar were visiting the capital today, and during their tour of the gardens, Alice went into labor. We've been trying to deliver the baby, but there have been complications. I can't save them both, and when I told Obsidian this, he ran out of the room. I don't know who else to ask. So, we got this one last playthrough, and I stupidly, like I had the entire playthrough, just chose to put him in the Chalice. Why not? And they both just disappeared. Which is what happens when you put them into a Chalice, because the Chalice is a teleportation device, so oops. So we really, since I want to choose it differently, can either save the mother or save the child. I feel like, especially Obsidian and Alice are in their twilight years, 55 and 66 respectively. To save the mother, I don't know. I think it's always kind of goes without saying that you try and preserve whatever has the most life left to live. The child has a whole life ahead of him. I feel like the mother would probably be fraught with grief. Not that Obsidian and the child won't, but out of a shitty situation, that's kind of the best you can hope for. No words. Not soon after the doctor leaves, Obsidian stumbles into the throne room and asks if he can sit with you until it's over. The wait is unbearable, and an hour later, you hear the steady, echoing walk of the doctor. I'm sorry, she says with stained hands, but we were too late to save either of them. Dang, I was wrong. Alice has been lost. The baby has been lost. We have to pick a new partner right then and there, too, which really hurts. Kyoji has high fertility. They're bountiful and nimble, so they're honestly a great pick. Literally just turned 15, which is tough. But yeah, just right into it. And Shauna still is bountiful, hardy, rebel, which isn't amazing, but we can work with that for sure. Very, very young regents, but you know, it works. Hopefully they have a long regency together. The Zelkars are young still. Foxfyres are decently youthful. Lelouch. I just because of the last name Foxfyre, I think I've become impatient, but I read Lelouch has finally died. But no, Lelouch Foxfyre has died at the age of 65. However, thank God, his legend will survive in the bloodline relics baptized in our champion's act of heroism. The court is prepared to execute the will of our fallen hero. I hope that we get our long-lost missing relic back eventually, but I'm just glad that we have one. I honestly love that it's called Losing Streak, because at this point the Foxfyres have had a real tough go at it. Weirdly enough, they've kind of stayed. They were the first, you know, not the first, but they were the first house I intended on making, and then they got pushed aside by the Zelkars. They got a keep that has great fertility, but in general they had a tough time with everything. They've done great, but in comparison to the other two houses, they've really struggled, and they've lost every relic that they've gotten. So, I mean, it fits for me. Now we gotta pick our next person. So Xerox, decreased HP and movement range, but they're a Hawkeye. Yodak, dim-witted and slow learner. Katarina, dim-witted and reckless, but Hawkeye. Sivrit, not great. Quint, not great. Laura, not great. Victor, decent, but he's 2. So, you know, Xerox is slow, which I'm not a huge fan of. Yodak, I don't love either. Katarina is Hawkeye, which is probably the best we could hope for at this point. So I think it's going to go to Katarina. She is dim-witted, but intelligence doesn't really matter too much. Reckless isn't great. Reveler is actually pretty fucking bad too. But in comparison to what we've got to work with, it's what we got to work with. So the losing streak goes to Katarina Foxfyre. She becomes the next person that'll be our Foxfyre Vanguard member. I mean, honestly, year 210, I know it's only been 10 years since the year 200, but I already feel like it's been harrowing but exciting just to know that we're still alive. We got all our relics. Finally. Relics again. Who would have thought? Not me. Kids are popping up. That's pretty cool too. Dang, and we made it all the way to that research. The results are in from our heroic conception study, and the subsequent pamphlets have been distributed to all heroes. Equipped with a common set of lifestyle choices, birth rates have improved nationwide. Hell yeah. Okay. So, there are a couple new items that are popping up. Interestingly enough, the Ultra Elixir has been changed. We've killed our fair share of cradles, so I don't know why that has just been stripped from us. Kind of hurts my feelings because that's what we were going to research next, but at this point we have no choice but doing the armor boost, so let's do it. Oh, now that makes sense. So it requires the corpses. So when we did our fertility thing, it took cradle corpses. So now we need to kill 3 more cradles to be able to research the Ultra Elixir. Either way, I'm definitely taking these bulwark corpses. They're definitely going towards an armor boost. "13 more years and we'll be bulkier than we already are." Just shy of... Oh
Hope
boy.
your heroes haven't gotten soft in their time off.
I'm not sure that's even a possibility these days.
Okay, so this is the same thing to choose from, but I'm bummed that these are the 2 territories that are getting attacked. Just because they're both of our keeps and they both already have a mark on them. So we can save this keep right here. 25% reduction in research time, which I'm pretty interested in. We're fighting Wrinklers and Twitchers, which are okay, and then Bulwarks, which I don't love, but we did well at last time. Over here, we get a 22-year-old Hunter. We fight Wrinklers, NCs, and Cradles. Cradles would be nice to get because then we can research the Ultra Elixir, but they also, in my opinion, are kind of the hardest enemies to fight. And we don't get a reduction in research time. Because of that, I think I'm going to go with this one over here. Even though we're fighting Bulwarks and I hate them, Cradles are scary. We've still got the rest of our Vanguard. Sionen is a whopping 63. It's crazy to see how fast these guys age over time. You know, just a couple of episodes and that's the whole lifespan. Katarina is our enforcer. She's the one that we've chosen for the job. Fingers crossed she does a good job at it. But either way, she's coming with us.
Everybody here? All good? Okay. Now hit them fast before they know what's happening.
Alright. Doesn't look like anybody has been revealed yet, so we can go right into stealth. Katarina's drunk, so that's always fun. That's what happens when you got a Reveler. I'm going to move her around to this side just so that we can create more space for our Shadowjacks to run in. We know there's a Twitcher right there. That's good info to start off with. I'm going to move Stray Doc up here. And Ionia, closest place she can sprint and still be in cover is going to be right there, so that's where we'll throw her. Nike's going to come around to this side, I think. They have a lot of movement speed, which is awesome. We can see that there's another Twitcher a little bit further north. And then I'm going to have Sionen come back here just so they're kind of protected by the tree line. And I'll have them just sit tight. Since we know that we're still facing bulwarks and we know that Sionen, because she's a badass, has enough damage with her flasks to take out bulwarks in one hit, I'm going to try and keep those specifically for that purpose. Katarina can do a bunch of damage with the point blank shot, which is really tempting. But since our K-Bridge-Jacks are specifically melee units, I'm going to have Ionia come up here with that Shadow Strike ability just to take that Twitcher out. Okay, we can see a Wrinkler over there and another Twitcher still. That's the one we've kind of been watching already. Because there's a Wrinkler up there, I don't really want to have our other units get revealed in close proximity. So I'm just gonna move our guys up in stealth. Sionen definitely can just sprint up since we do have a unit already revealed. We're going to keep everybody else stealthed up if possible. I'm going to move Nike closer, but still stealthed and still far enough away to where they hopefully won't get revealed by a wandering Wrinkler or Twitcher. Now we're going to have Katarina come up and try that point blank, just to see. Oh! Yike. Shouldn't have done that. That was bad. It was a bad move. Wasn't a good move. We don't have a lot of options here at all. Sionen's gonna sprint like hell. Oh shit. That was probably a bad idea too. But now we're locked in. Well, Stray Dog can still stealth, so they're gonna. This is the first risky position we've been in a long time. But we're in it, and there's not much we can do about it. Gonna have Ionia come up here and just finish off this Twitcher.
Now tell me that wasn't fun.
Because now with just the amount of units that we're gonna be facing, we gotta kind of just whittle them down. Nike, unfortunately, can't hit anybody. So we're gonna have Nike come up and just be stealthed. That's all I got. Katarina's in the most danger because she only has 17 health. We'll see what happens. That miss is much appreciated. Oh, fuck. Sionen's in trouble from the Wrinklers too, because of age. That's bad. Oh, yikes. And Sionen was kind of our ace in the hole for those bulwarks. Damn. Well, this is not good. This immediately got really tough. I got comfortable. I ran in there. Okay, I gotta think about this. We really don't have a lot of options. Nike can at least do a knockback on these two. Take them out for this turn. I can't tell if a knockback will work on the Wrinklers here. Or if it's too worth it. Katarina's in trouble health-wise, which is a problem. Have Stray Dot come up here. We also just have to try and manage these units. We gotta get these enemies out of here. So that's kind of gonna be something too. Ionia, you know, could go for the Wrinkler. It just means we leave a Bulwark, which I don't like necessarily. But at least it kind of regroups us. And it's 100%. Like, we know that that'll work. I don't want to lose Katarina immediately, so I'm going to move her back here and heal her, since this is pretty much the turn that we have to do that. I mean, this would be a whole different ball game if our Alchemist hadn't kicked the bucket because of that age gain. The age gain for Sionen really put us in a tough spot, but you know, we're gonna do what we can. Thankfully our Cabers have great armor and we're gonna really be relying on them. It's a lot of enemies, but we've faced stronger before and we've had an easy time up until now. So if this is when it gets a little tough, I mean, so, you know, so be it. I'm gonna have Nike move from the spot that they're at, and we're gonna focus on these farther away bulwarks for right now, just because hopefully I won't aggro any other random enemies chilling. That was amazing. These criticals are really good, really gonna come into a big bit of help here. Oof, I'm not gonna lie though, I'm scared. Alright, Katarina, you got a simple job. You got a 90% shot. Please do it. I'm just going to knock these two back. Perfect. They're both stunned. Our Caberjack is not. That just keeps those enemies at bay so we don't have to worry about them right now. We can have Ionia, maybe? Or Stray Doc. Have Stray Doc, maybe. It's tough. Stray Doc, Ionia. Stray Doc, Ionia. I'm gonna have Ionia come over here. Their health is getting a little light, so I want to get them a little further away from the action if possible. And maybe get a critical on this Bulwark. Nice. Then Stray Doc, I'm gonna have come up here, and just since their hit chance is much lighter, hope for a knockback. It was glancing. Yikes. Oof. Katarina got real lucky on that one. She's definitely in a bunch of trouble. Hey, that glancing blow. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, this isn't necessarily what I wanted as far as our setup. Nike is pretty far away from everything, so I'm going to have Nike just focus on this Wrinkler. We're going to have to take him out at some point anyway. Stray Doc, since they're here, they have a better shot at getting the Twitcher or the Wrinkler, so I'm going to have them go for that. Nice. And we have some decisions to make here. Some tough ones. I'm gonna have Ionia come in and take out this Wrinkler. Ionia is 51, so I'm worried about that old age thing. And they're light on health. but it's kind of all we have to work with. The other tough call we're gonna have to have here is Katarina. She's only got 2 health. And we have a couple options. We could run her away, try and keep her just out of the bulwark's eye. Or we can have her try and get a point blank. I think I'm gonna opt for that, just because, I mean, Katarina is great, but she's the weakest of our group. And I don't want to accidentally end up losing one of our Zelikars because we're saving her, because I don't trust that she'll be able to make it through on her own. And one of the Zelikars may have to do that if things don't turn around soon. I'm sorry, Katarina.
It's painful, but there's still a battle yet to be won.
Oh, yikes. Okay. Okay. I mean, we're putting it's close. It's to the wire, that's for sure. We can actually have Nike come up in stealth, which we're gonna do. And it's hard to choose what to do here because we're so low on health. But I'm gonna have Stray Doc take out this Twitcher just for the sheer amount of attacks. And I'm gonna have Aeonia try as best as she can to get a critical on this bulwark and take him out. Close. Even though they're both light on health, if I use, you know, those health vials too soon and there's too many enemies, it's all for naught, basically. And they both missed, so I mean, it works out. We've lost our Foxfyre, we've lost our Castillon, but we have our 3 Zelikars, and they have been the bread and butter of our Vanguard for quite a long time now. Hopefully they can just keep that going. Stray Doc, give it all you got. That is not what I meant by that. So it's on Aeonia to just finish it. Okay. Hey, level 7. Whew. I'm sure there are more enemies out there, which is the scary thing that we'll face later on. And have Stray Doc go for it first since his hit range is lowest. Yeah, and we got Wrinklers up there. I have Nike come and do the knockback just to stun this guy. He will be in Wrinkler range, which isn't great, but I mean, this whole mission isn't ideal. I am going to move Aeonia up. She is the oldest, so I don't want the Wrinklers getting close to her, and she's going to heal. See, I don't know how many enemies are left. There's definitely a bulwark over there and 2 Wrinklers, so we've got our work cut out for us. Aeonia is just going to finish off this bulwark here. Gonna have Stray Doc then come in and hopefully get a crit on this guy. Works. And then Nike can hopefully just wrap it up. Close. So close. Damn it. Please don't die. Oh, okay. I mean, this is probably a Twilight for Aeonia after this, and she's got a lot of years added onto her because of these Wrinklers, but as long as she's alive for the rest of this battle, that's the main hope. Have Nike come up and try and hit this bulwark here. Nice. Just for good measure, We'll have Aeonia do the honors on this Wrinkler. 80. Gotta love it. And then this gives Stray Doc the opportunity to come back over here and actually heal, since he still has the ability to. Okay, well, you know, hopefully the worst is behind us for this mission. A lot of enemies have been killed. We lost 2 members so far, but we have the ability to take a deep breath, stealth in, chill behind this rock. And I'm going to end it here. Pick it up next time. Fingers crossed we can get through this mission and keep our Zelikars in line. And thanks for watching.